You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
Reese, let's talk about this whole nonsense of Democrats need to reach out to Republicans to listen to them, and we need to make them their concerns. Republicans don't give a damn what Democrats think when they get power. And I don't understand why Democrats even engage in that silly-ass conversation. And the media does this thing like clockwork. The Washington, D.C. media, bipartisanship, are you going to reach out? Look, I want somebody to say, hell no. Hell no, we won. Hell to the no, we won. And we gon' lead like winners lead.
We have to. I mean, boss the hell up. You won 81 million votes, 306 electoral college votes, no faithless electors. You have a mandate, period. So act like it. I mean, President-elect Joe Biden, he did put the Republicans on blast the night that the Electoral College voted and talked about their obstruction and their tactics and things like that. But, you know, it's time to take it a step further, because at the end of the day, you cannot reason, like, you don't know, who was it that said you can't negotiate with terrorists? You don't negotiate with terrorists? You cannot reason with these people. And so you have to be as ruthless and as committed to the progress that we need to make and the damage that we need to undo, as Mitch McConnell has been in pushing forward his 30 or 40 plus judges and blocking Obama from getting his Supreme Court justice pick. That is how committed the Biden-Harris administration has to be, and not just them, but the folks in Congress. And so we know that Speaker Pelosi is up to the task, but unfortunately, she's going to have a slimmer majority, and she's going to have to deal with, the blue dogs and the progressives who are being pushed now to take a symbolic vote on Medicare for all. And so I do think that, unlike the Republicans, when they have power, they are singularly focused on maintaining that power and pushing forward their tax cuts for the wealthy and the corporations and stripping everybody else of their civil rights. Democrats do not have the discipline to stay in one line, to stay on board, stay on message, and get our agenda across. So that's where we're going to have to keep the pressure on all factions of the Democratic Party, not just the centrists or whatever faction you want to call it. Keep the pressure on all of the Democrats to actually harness the power. All you need is a majority, even if it's +1. You don't have to have a blowout, but just make sure that you use that power that you have. And where the Congress doesn't act, then Biden needs to act with executive power.
Erica, this is real simple for me. Democrats should say elections have consequences. Look, this is the thing that, again, I don't get. Democrats like to play nice, by the rules, by the customs. The Republicans run a political train on their asses. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. They run a political train. It's a freight train coming, but they also, no, we want to return to normal. No, they are ruthless with power. I would say to the Republicans, y'all ain't getting a damn thing. I ain't putting nobody on y'all side in charge. I got my own people, and we about to sit here and run this joint. I don't understand why this thing is that hard.
Right, I think those are some of the same things that, we've been hollering on this show for years now. But when you look at it, when you have a Cindy McCain that's a part of your transitional team, that really speaks to you being able to understand that this is about power, and that you have to be able to stand in what your base has said is that we actually do demand change. Demanding change does not reach across the aisle and have a Cindy McCain, whose late husband was very much so deferential to Martin Luther King having a birthday. We're here in the state of Georgia, Atlanta. He was deferential to him having a day. Having a long memory counts here. And so that is why it's going to take engagement from people who aren't necessarily inside of the body politic to keep the pressure, to let folks know that are in places of influence that you want and you demand that they have representation within their circles, because you gave them your vote for that. So it's not just us showing up on November the 3rd. It's not us just showing up for the folks here in Georgia, December 14th on up to the 5th. It's us showing up after the pomp and circumstance, which is what really the Democrats operate off of. This is about power, because even as we speak, Republicans are lined up ready to make sure that within the state capitals of Georgia, that people cannot access absentee ballot voting the way that they did during this pandemic. They want to make sure that if folks are still going to be voting by mail in the coming up elections, that they're going to have to receive a notary to make sure that their signature is verified. They want to continue to cut early voting days. That's where you have 4 counties in the state of Georgia that are currently being sued because they cut early voting days. They are doing all of this in preparation for what's next. So Republicans are always looking for what's next. Democrats are looking for right now, and that has to change because this is about a power grab.
Folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.